Lesson 114, calculating area as a sweep and appendix graph system of inequalities in word problems. So first off, area as a sweep. If you think about a broom that sweeps a floor, to find the area that it swept up the dirt or whatever it's cleaning up, the length of, or the width of the broom and the distance that it travels makes the area of the section. So we could actually find the area of the cleaned area by taking the width of the broom times the distance it pushed. Sometimes it's a rectangle, other times it might be like a segment like you see here. So part of a circle, or it could be a complete circle. Let's take a look at an example here. As radius CA turns, it sweeps the area of a circle. So this part is the broom, and it's just going to go around, all the way around here. So one part of the broom stays in the center of the circle, stays in one place. The outer side just goes all the way around, forms a circle. So how wide is broom CA? It really means what is the radius of that circle? And that would be 5 centimeters. How far does point A move in one turn? Well, if it starts here and goes all the way around, that's circumference. So circumference equals 2 pi r, because we're given the radius, so it's twice the radius. So if the radius is 5, 2 times 5 would give us 10 pi centimeters. How far does point C move in one full turn? Well, point C stays here at all times, so that would be 0 centimeters. What is the average distance the point A to C move during one full turn? I add these middle two. So 10 pi plus 0 divided by 2 would give us 5 pi. The average distance would be 5 pi centimeters. Now the area of the circle is the product of the length of the broom, so we had for A, which was 5 centimeters, and the average distance, which is what we had in D, 5 pi. So what is the area? 5 times 5 pi is 25 pi square centimeters. Next, we've looked at lateral surface area, and especially a lateral surface area of a cone. And we can use area as a sweep to find lateral surface area. So we can either find it with the sweep with the circumference as method 1, or sweep with the height. So to answer this one, the diameter of the base is 2 inches and the slant height is 4 inches. So we need to find the lateral surface area of that. So we have our 2 points, just like we had over the circle. We have your A and your B. And so this would be the length of your broom. So it's just going across this way. And so we can find the length of AB. And the length of AB would be our slant height. So our slant height is 4. And then we're going to multiply that by the average of the distance that point B goes and point A. Point B is the circular base. So that would be circumference. So circumference of a circle would be pi times radius, or pi times radius squared, 2 pi r, or you could do pi times the diameter. Since they have diameter in here, we'll just use the diameter, so 2 pi. And then here we need to find the average of point A. Point A just stays at 0. And then we'd have to divide that by 2 to find the average. So I have 4 on the outside times 2 pi plus 0 is 2 pi. Divided by 2 gives us pi. So I end up with 4 pi. So our lateral surface area would be 4 pi square inches. Next, The sweep area of a trapezoid or a triangle equals the average width of the broom times the distance it is pushed. So you find the average of this side plus this side, and then times the height from here to here. So imagine a broom steadily narrowing from 12 inches to 0 inches to form a triangle. Find the area of the triangle. Okay, so we have find the average width of the broom. So 12 plus 0 divided by 2 will give us 6. And then the distance it's pushed is right here. So times 10, that will give us 6. This would be 60 square inches. Next, segment AB is 5 centimeters long, and the diameter of the cylinder is 10 centimeters long. Describe how to calculate the lateral surface area of the cylinder, and find the lateral surface area expressed in terms of pi. So this was just like similar to the cone. So again, it's going in a circular motion right here. So point A to B, that's 5 centimeters long. So it's just sweeping all the way around. So if we find the circumference of a circle, which would be 10 pi, 10 times pi, times the height, which would be 5, we would get 50 pi square centimeters. Next, how long is the slant height of this cone? So again, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. The height is 12, that means this is 5. So we have 5 squared plus 12 squared should equal c squared. So 25 plus 144 equals c squared. 25 plus 144 gives us 169. Find the square root of 169. You get 13. So c is 13. This is 13 centimeters. If the slant height sweeps around the cone, what is the average distance it moves? So I need to find the circumference of the circle here. So 10 pi. And this point is 0. So 10 pi plus 0 divided by 2 equals 5 pi times the slant height, which is 13. That would give us an answer of 13 times 5, 65 pi. This would actually go down here. And it says use 3.14 for pi. So it'd be 5 times 3.14 times 13, which would give us 204.1. This would be square centimeters. The average distance is your 5 pi. But if we put that as an actual number, it would be 5 times 3.14, 15.7. Next, the last one, use S equals pi RL to find how many square inches of paper is used to make a paper party hat of these dimensions. So I use 22/7 for pi. The radius, half of 6 is 3. And the slant height is 7. So to multiply, the 7's cancel out, left with 22 times 3, which is 66 square inches. And our last thing for today is inequalities and word problems. So we need to come up with our 2 inequalities. It says add a collectible show. Martina pays $2 for each photograph and $3 for each poster. Let X equals number of photographs and Y is the number of posters she buys. Write an inequality that shows she spends at most $30. So the X plus Y has to equal $30, at least at most, so no more than 30. So it can equal 30, but no more. write another one that shows that she buys at most 12 items. So x plus y at most no more than 12. So if I solve each of these for y, so $2 for each photograph, and the number of photographs is x, so 2x, and this would be 3. So if I subtract 2x, I have 3y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 30. Divide that by 3. So I have y is less than or equal to negative 2/3 x plus 10. This last one, subtract x. Y is less than or equal to a negative x plus 12. So for this one, I'm going to count by 2's. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Actually, I'll count by ones. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 would be up here. This is 11, this is 12. So I'll do the green one, this one first. So I'll point at 10. Down 2, 1, 2 over 3, 1, 2, 3. Down 2, 1, 2 over 3, 1, 2, 3. It's got the equal to sign, so it's a solid line. And then I'll use red for this bottom one. So point at 12. Go down 1 over 1 because it's a negative slope. Down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. There's my line, solid line. The shading has to be less than the green, so underneath the green. And it has to be less than the red, so underneath the red here. So that means everything shaded would be this piece right here. So that is our lesson today on calculating area as a sweep and graphing inequalities, linear inequalities in word problems.